The next person is my brother. He's my friend. His name goes before him. Excuse me. Most times you hear about him before you see him. When you just hear philo, philosopher, philosophy, it is called in many different ways. You see the reaction I expected. He's somebody you will ask one simple question and he will answer you with poetry. You're like, what did I ask you? Please make welcome philosophy, PHILO.
How many of us are happy to be here? Please, can you just stop your fingers? Thank you. Worship is an expression of our addiction, a seal of our affection to the subject of our adoration. And we all know that God is a source of our worship. I'm just starting. Thank you. So the title of my poem is Grace. It used to be my first love. Under the path of sinners enticed me. I walked in the path of sinners. I sat on the wobbling stool of the scornful. Ouch, it's turned full. I cast upon the canvas of time the portrait of a man named Judas. And I wondered why a man for 30 pieces of silver would sell the lion of the tribe of Judah. Then I remembered Demas, that he made a shipwreck, having loved the present world than the promises of the kingdom. Because it thirsts, I thirst. It's thirsty, I am also thirsty. I am thirsty, but I am thirsty for the rushing water and not for the living water. I am thirsty for the rushing water. For the living water can come quite slow. I wonder if it would make me whole. So I thirst for the rushing water. For the living water will ask me to wait, will require that I wait, but I cannot wait. I am afraid that if I wait, I will waste. So I run for the rushing water. I run for the rushing water. So my pains and fears and disappointments are written all over me like vitiligo. And for once I thought he had let me go. So I left the pasture where Christ is the shepherd. I went into another pasture where he is no longer the shepherd. So I began to want. And the more I pour into the oil of my soul, the more I need to pour. I couldn't be satisfied. I couldn't be satisfied. The scripture says, satisfy me early in life. Satisfy me early in life. So I sought for the rushing water so dearly. Then I conformed. I had begun to conform to the ways of the world. I had begun to conform to the ways of the world. And the scripture says, be not conformed. Be ye not conformed. For conformity is an annihilating, imitative identity that ends one's personality of cosmic inferiority. I had begun to conform. I have lost my identity. I have lost my authority. I couldn't even say to the mountains, be ye moved and be cast into the sea. I couldn't even walk on waters. I couldn't even walk on waters. I long for someone to come into my soul and make me whole. And daily I walk the path of righteousness. And I feel, please come rescue my soul. And it seems that the future I seek is not entrenched in the scripture. So I have sought another way by which I can satisfy myself with my own future. The future I seek is not embedded in the scripture. I sought my own ways to satisfy myself about my own future. So the creed of greed became the philosophy of my own need. Then I remember his words, that his foundations is in the holy mountains. The Lord loved the gates of Zion than all the dwellings of Jacob. Great things are spoken of thee, O ye city of God. I will make mention of Rahab, Philistia, and Tyre. This man was born there, but it shall be said of Zion that this and that man was born in her, and the Lord himself shall establish her. And when the Lord shall write it up the people, it shall be said that this was born in her. Then as I stray in my ways, he took a shot of me with his lens of grace. And because the spicy junks of canna worms was now sweet to my soul. My spiritual six-pack is now deformed. I wanted the living God. I wanted the only one in whom there is no shadow of doubt. And I said to my soul that I may know him. Because when I know, I will be whole. When I know him, I will be whole. And I said to myself, return to thy rest, O my soul. Because it's the only one that can make you whole. For how many pieces of silver have you sold your master? How many pieces of silver have you sold your brothers? Love is the ethics of the foundation of our faith. Move in the love that the Lord has called you. Embrace the change that is about to come. For the earnest expectation of the sons of God awaits the manifestation of the sons of God. Thank you.